Hello, today we're going to be learning how to make these really sweet little flowers. They're part of my Applique series. I have a playlist linked below. They're really simple, they're quick and easy to make, and they can really add something to any project if you want to attach them to a bag or a hairband or a hat or something. They look really super cute and they're really quick and easy. So let's get going. For this one I'm using a 4mm hook and some double knit yarn, but you can use whichever hook and yarn you prefer. Okay, so to start with, we're going to make a magic ring. And now we're going to single crochet US turns into the magic ring 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull that closed. I'm going to snip and pull that through. And I'm going to do a invisible join, so going through the top of that stitch there and back down into the one we've just come from. And then I'm going to weave in my middle one too. I shall do that off camera and snip those ends. So we have our centre piece. Now I have attached my petal colour to my hook. I'm going to pop my hook through at the top of one of the stitches and just slip stitch that on. Now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do a treble crochet US turns into that same space. So that is yarn over twice into the same space, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over twice, treble crochet again into the same space, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. So that has given you 3 stitches all into that one space, a chain 3 and 2 trebles. We're now going to do 2 trebles into the next space. And now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to slip stitch back into that same stitch. So that's one petal complete. So we're going to slip stitch into the next space and chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over twice and treble crochet into that same space again. Another one. Now we're going to do 2 treble crochets into the next space. One, 2, 3. 2, 3. Chain 3 and slip stitch into that same space. That's 2 petals. slip stitch into your next space and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 trebles into that same space, two trebles into the next space, two, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch into the same space. So we have 3 petals complete. Slip stitch into the next space, chain 3, 2, 3, yarn over twice, and 2 treble crochets into that same space, two trebles into the next one, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch into that, slip stitch into that same space. That's 4. So one last time, I'm going to slip stitch into the next space, chain 3, 2 trebles into there, my yarn is a little bit splitty. There we are, and then 2 trebles into the next space, yarn over twice, one more, and chain 3. Now for our last slip stitch for 5 petals, so I'm going to snip that. I shall weave in the ends and I'll come back to you in a moment. There we have it, really sweet little flower. You can flatten your petals out and use these for all sorts of things. They're lovely applique. You could attach them to bags or headbands. You could use them as bookmarks if you did a stem on them. You could do them in all sorts of colours and decorate anything. Do let me know if you're going to make these and what you're going to use them for. I'd love to hear what you're doing with your projects. And I shall see you again very soon for another crochet tutorial. See you soon.